Hello, it's Dr. Faith here with another book review. Cue the confetti. If you don't know who I am, go ahead and go to my website, www.faithabraham.com, and you'll find out all you need to know about me and how I can serve you. Today, I will be serving you with a book review from Donald Miller, his book called Building a Story Brand. Let me just start this off the top. I just like to get right into it. No suspense builders for me. I'm not here for it. I give this book a 4.5. 4.5. Therefore, I'm telling you, it's worth the money. Buy it. Matter of fact, I made it easy on you. I put the link to the physical book in the description box, as well as a link to Audible if you want to listen to the book. I actually read this book on Audible. Okay, I am a wife, a mom, a counselor. I'm a lot of things all in between. So it's hard for me to sit down and read a book or read the book, put it down, and don't remember where I kept it. But I always remember where my phone is. So since I have Audible, if I know where my phone is, I have my book and I can always listen. So if that's you, go ahead and hit the link in the description box. Here's the good news. I put my personal link to Audible, which will get you a free sub to Audible, and you'll get not one, but 2 books for absolutely free. One of them needs to be Building a Story Brand with Donald Miller. Okay? Hands down. I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to really try to do this. You know, he had a whole book to break this thing down in, and I'm just going to try and give this to you in a short and sweet, concise way. But honestly, I know I'm not going to do it any justice, so you need to just get the book so that you can get everything that comes with it. Also, too, he just does a really good job of helping you understand why you need a strong brand, how, like, I can't stand getting books, signing up for courses, doing different stuff, and they always talk about the why, and they never talk about the how. Like, this talks about the how. My husband and I, when I was reading this book, we were on the verge of launching something really, really big, a business venture. And it's going really well. I'm really excited about it. But I decided, I have some entrepreneurial understanding and background. I get branding. But I said, you know what? It's nothing like learning, right? Like, avid reader, hello. There's always something new to learn as long as you're on this earth, right? So I said, I'm going to listen to the book. And as I was listening to the book, I was applying the principles to carving out our brand for the business launch. So good. Even my husband, like, when I would use the whiteboard, he would be like, that's so good. Oh, where'd you get that? I'm a genius, honey. You didn't know you married a genius? You did. So I'm going to give you, now, hear this. There's a lot of stuff in the book that he gives you from email signups, capturing testimonies. I'm going to talk about that. The major concept of the book, I'll talk about that. He talks about how to carve out your brand so that people will really resonate and connect with you. And when they resonate, connect with you, and trust you, they buy from you, period. When someone can see themselves in you, no jealousy, no envy, no none of that, but they see themselves in you, like, this person knows where I'm coming from. They know what I need. You just call it a tribe. Okay? Tribe called Quest. And just know that it's just something about having a great brand. As a matter of fact, the brands that we have bought into today and you spend most of your money on, they've just done a really good job telling you and showing you in their product. and that's why you buy. If I tell you how many Apple products that I have right now and don't own a piece of stock, I am not bragging, but that is really terrible because I should have stock in it with as much stuff as I have. Anyway, I bought into the brand. Sorry, I have. And some people will say, "Oh well, iPhone is not the best phone. It's Samsung. It's LG. It's this." Don't care, honey. They don't speak to me. I don't resonate with them, but I do resonate with Apple. Does that make sense? And I know you have brands that's how you feel. It's not about, and he said this in the book, it's not about who's the best or what's the best. It's about who I trust. It's about where I see myself. If I see myself with your brand, with your product, with your offering, with your service, with whatever it is that you have, I'm going to be a customer. And so this book is showing you how to do that. Now, the way he goes about doing it, he uses the constructs of a movie, of writing a movie, producing and creating a movie. Now, one thing I didn't like about the book, let me just say, I didn't like all of the movie references. It could have just been because I didn't even know the movies he was referencing. But he could have left it for me, right? But the concept of constructing a movie being similar to the concept of constructing your story brand made sense. So I gave him a pass. I did. Now, here's what I'm going to show you. Let's talk about a superhero movie, for example, right? So in a superhero movie, you have the hero, you have the guide, you have the antagonist, the protagonist. You have all these roles. When it comes to your product, your business, your service, your restaurant, your bag, your whatever it is that you're offering, you are not the hero. Meaning that it's not about you. The movie is not centered on you. You know, you play a supporting role, not a lead role. The hero in the story is your customer. Catch this. You have to catch this. If you catch this concept, you're going to really understand how branding works. Your customer is the hero. And so the hero in every movie needs a guide. Your product, service, plan, course, whatever it is that you offer is the guide for the hero to get where the hero has to go. So as the guide, when they implement the revelation, this is the movie, right? They implement the revelation, the aha moment, the epiphany, the strategy, the this, that, and the other that was pointed out by the guide, they now save the day. So how you have to position yourself and your brand is, you're not the star. Your customer is the star. And when you realize that, you will serve them, guide them, lead them, show them how them using your product or service is going to benefit them so that they can save the day. The day may be their life, their finances, their freedom, going to an event and they need an outfit or whatever, and you as the guide offering your service, your product, is going to help them solve their problem, save the day, right? And when he breaks this down, so let me give you, so that's the major concept, right? That's the major concept of, one of the major concepts, I'll say, of the book. And once you get that, then you'll understand that your brand has to convey the problem in an accurate way. From there, it has to address the problem. Address the problem. Then it has to show how life will be different when the problem is solved. If you go into a webinar, if you go into a course, if you go into creating your brand message, if you go into a product description, whatever, and you have those 3 points in mind, you're going to win. Talk about the problem, address the problem, and show life solved. Show life with the problem being solved. And I feel like a lot of times in marketing and branding, just in general, we miss that. Because again, we get caught up in ourselves, my product, versus my product being the solution to your issue. And when my product solves your issue, you're going to be happier, you're going to lose more weight, you're going to be stronger, you're going to heal faster, you're going to enjoy life, you're going to have financial freedom, you're going to understand this topic, or you're going to be an expert at this or that, or whatever. And then people begin to see themselves in your brand, in you. And that's when they buy from you, because they trust you, because they feel like you know what the problem is and you know how to solve it. Y'all, this is like business 101, but it's so it's so necessary, because we don't really go into stuff like this, but this is what it takes. And the thing that really makes it good is, I loved how he was, throughout the book, he was telling stories of his clients. So it was like a before and after. Who can bypass the before and after? So before, he would bring building a story brand, how it looked, the language, the verbiage, the angle they were using. Then after implementing building a story brand, the verbiage, how it looked, and how things started really working for them at a tremendous exponential rate. I loved the before and afters. It really just convinced you and made it work, which takes me to my next topic, is the testimonies. Now, throughout the book, he does offer email signups, and he offers, of course, like the before and afters. Remember, I read it, so I don't know if he had any illustrations or pictures or whatever like that. So he may have, but he did a really good job of, and it's his voice. It's his voice too. It's his voice. So he did a really good job of being descriptive and sharing. And one of the things that he did a good job of, so he taking his own advice and implementing his own advice, was capturing testimonies. Let me give you these 5 points. I'm not even gonna, I'm looking at my notes over here and I'm like, that would turn into like an hour long video. And really, I would do you a disservice by giving you all this stuff and not allowing you to get the book, and so you can have the context, because I really recommend it, right? Okay, so capturing testimonies. This is the 5 things that you need to do. Number 1, this is how you do it, right? Whether you're recording a video, you put it in an email, you put it in a flyer, whatever, however you're capturing it. Ask these 5 questions. It'll make it easier for you. What was the problem you were having before you found our product? That's question number 1. What was the problem you were having before you found our product? Question 2. What did the frustration feel like? You got to capture those emotions now. What did the frustration feel like as you were trying to solve the problem? Number 3, what was different about our product, right? What was different about our product? Number 4, take us to the moment that our product started working to solve your problem. Take us to the moment that our product started working to solve your problem. Then number 5, tell us how your life looks now that your problem is solved or being solved by using our product. Tell us how your life looks now that your problem is solved or being solved by using our product. That's a captivating testimony. You can put that on your website. You can put that in emails. You can put that on the walls if you're in a brick and mortar. You can put that within your book if you're an author. If you're offering a product, especially a physical product, you can put that in various places that will further perpetuate the sentiment that the customer has with you. That's what you're doing. And you're giving them proof that what you have works. Nowadays, anybody can put anything out in the market. But when you have testimony, you have reviews, you have people who are saying, don't buy that. This is crappy. It's not what they advertise. It's nonsense. They're just full of it, right? Or versus having reviews or testimonies that say, this is the real deal, Holyfield. Go ahead and get it. Stop playing. I think I remember reading that too. I was buying something and I was checking out the reviews before I checked out, and someone had wrote, stop playing. It's so cute. It fits well. Just buy it. And I was like, you know what? True life story. Because I thought it was cute, and I was like, I don't know if this thing is going to fit, if it's true to fit, not. So I go down to the reviews. Okay, and hence, that is the reason why you do stuff like this. And they have a lot of automated stuff and systems that you can pay for, but if you're not there yet to pay for something like that, then that 5-point testimony capture is phenomenal. So that's my review. It's a great book. And not only is the book great, but the extras that he puts in the book is great. And this is the last thing. One thing I love about people is when the stuff that they're teaching you, you can see them doing it and using it as well. That just gets me every time. So I definitely refer this book. I think it's great. But here's the thing. If you disagree, put it in the comments. Let's have a conversation. If you feel like there's a better branding book than this one, I want to hear about it. I want to read it. Let me know in the comments. But until our conversation then, I'm going to see you next time with another fascinating and wonderful book review. See ya.